Bonjour.
Hello! Today we're gonna present you the Cabernet Franc Rosé.
So today we are in my family land. So this is in Rosé de Luchon, which is just next to Luchon. This is actually Luchon, right there. And if you cross the peak, so the peak I talked about it earlier, so it's a river, you are in Rosé de Luchon. So this piece of land, because there is a village about 500 yards from here, this exactly what we call hameau, so it's like a lieu-dit, hameau de Courubech. My family has been owning this piece of land since my great-grandmother actually. So this is exactly where we've been living for so long, with this beautiful view of the Céline. It's this huge mountain right there, and that has been the witness of my family for so long now. So now we're going to talk about the rosé today. So could you please explain us a little bit why we decided to do that rosé of Cabernet Franc?
Yeah. So there is many ways you can make rosé. You can blend red and white. You can, when you make reds, you can take some of the juice and make a rosé with. But this is not super exciting for us, so we never really thought about doing this. So on the first vintage, when we were looking for places to make our wine from, the grapes, we found a vineyard that was a little bit unique, and we were like, we cannot make reds with that, but we can probably make rosé, but let's do a little try. So we did a little try in a small batch, and we did a rosé, just the skin and the juice, and we made a rosé like this, and we really loved it. Why? We will explain you why after, but that was the first try, and we were like, now we need to make more. We need to make it like at a size, at a scale size that we can share with people. And on the last years, we noticed that many of you actually really like the rosés, and we'll give you some answer why you probably liked it. And the next step will be for Céline to explain you the vineyard actually. Okay?
So yeah, this is a dry rosé, so we really want to focus on that. So as Sébastien said, the terroir we choose on this rosé, we specifically from the vineyard decided to make a rosé with it. So why we decided that? Because we like to taste grapes. We like to go out in the vineyard and take berries and just go out there and taste, see how it is. Since day one we know this vineyard, we realized that this vineyard was fresher because probably of the soil component. So this is shell. So the shell on this specific terroir is bringing a lot of freshness. So instead of having like more like jam fruit, like jam strawberry, we're gonna have like fresher strawberry, fresher raspberry. So this is gonna be really showing out in the final wine.
So that's the characteristic we are looking for rosé, you know?
Yeah, something fresher, less tannin, something easy to drink basically. So this is really from 1999, the terroir, the vineyards, and this is fresher. So this is why we pick it from this specific rosé.
So what we tell you, if we try to make a red on this vineyard, it won't work.
It will be a lighter red. So
yeah.
This is not.
It won't have the structure of the tannin and
yeah.
the riper fruits and stuff, because this will be fresher. So it will be more the strawberry and raspberry, so fresher, crisper fruits. And so when we pick the fruits, so we decide by taste, you probably know that, so we go and we taste, and when we have the flavor profile we look, then we're gonna de-steam the fruits. So the fruits, after we pick them, we're gonna go through a machine that's gonna separate the skin and the stalk. So the skin will be in contact with the juice.
We don't want the stalk, because the stalk typically they are bringing structure and tannin, so this is going to be more for the reds.
And at this stage, when we will pick a rosé, they will bring green character. So we don't want that for this wine. For other wine we might, but not on this case. So when we keep the juice and the skin together for a little bit of time, usually on rosé people do like 2-3 days, then you get the red fruit character, but you get the tannins from the skins, because the skin have tannins as well. And this is not what we were looking for. We were looking just for the fruits. So we decided to do a shorter skin contact, only 20 hours. So what happened in 20 hours? The skin will give the color and the flavor to the juice, and then we're gonna press it after 20 hours, and we're gonna have a juice that is just a little pink.
Yeah.
Like this one, it's not super dark, it's a lighter pink. But remember, we don't care about color, we care about taste. And on this part of the winemaking, this is the most important. So we taste the juice in the beans where we have the skin and the juice. Every 3-4 hours we taste it, and when we see that we have the flavor profile we like, we press it.
This is not a recipe, so every year every grape is going to be different, so we're going to do a different skin contact time. So
Yeah.
this is really something that we are working on just by taste, and
That's-
no recipe there.
That's an important point that Céline say. There is no recipe in wine. We just adjust with what we have. And talking about this, from when we started, we noticed that more it goes, more we trust our instinct to make the wine. So it's more something like we just don't have any opinion on it. We taste it and we're like, oh, let's do this. This is the best option we see at this stage. So then we fermented it and aged it in stainless steel for about 9 to 10 months. And we were stirring the lees, so the deposit of yeast that are at the bottom, once a month. So even if it's something fresher and crisp and fruity, we needed something to give more structure, more mouthfeel.
Yes.
So by stirring it, this is where we're gonna get these
More
components
layers, there is
and
nice
you're gonna have
layers.
this structure. So as we say, it's a dry wine, but it's very smooth. And this is what many of you notice when you taste it. You are like, oh wow, this is very smooth. We really enjoy that. And this is what we did on the first try, and we really like that. So that's why we wanted to share it with you. So now Céline is gonna explain you the way you can enjoy it. But before that, I have something else to tell you. So this is the 2017. So we picked it in 17. We bottled it in August 18, and we're gonna release it now. Why? Because when you age rosé on the lees, you can get some bitterness. And if we release the wine just after we bottle it, it's too bitter and it's not super pleasant. So our idea is to age the wine on our hand, like this. You don't have to do it, but we age it on our hand, and when we feel it's ready, the bitterness is gone, we share it with you and you can enjoy it. And now Céline is going to explain you when you can enjoy it.
So it's actually a very good question. When? Anytime, I should have said.
Yeah, you have this saying, rosé all day.
Yes.
That's it.
Rosé, especially this dry rosé, even if it's dry again, it's very nice and soft, so it doesn't have any harshness to it. So that's a rosé you can sip on your porch, you can light up the barbecue, you can cook a nice pasta dish, you can cook a poultry, you can do a veal, and you know what is really good if you like salmon, a really nice salmon en papillote, or just like, on a pan will be very, very nice as well. And if you like veggies, any veggies grilled on the barbecue is perfect as well. So rosé is this kind of wine. Any person will like it because it's not a white, it's not a red. Some people don't like white or red, or it's not a sweet wine either. So it can please any palate, I would say.
So thank you for following us. Actually, it's about lunchtime for us, so we're gonna go and cook the salmon and the pasta, and we're gonna enjoy this one. Thank you.
Hope you will enjoy it soon
and
as well.
stay safe and drink wine.
Yeah, santé.
Bye.